Welcome to another episode of TaylorBOTICS. Hope you guys are doing great today. Got lots of fun stuff. We're continuing with that ultrasonic sensor. Got a great daily feature for that. One thing I want to say, special request for you guys.
If you do the work, hit the turn-in button. I see lots of work out there that has either partially been done or completely done. It's just sitting in the pool of a sign, not even turned in. Guys, I can't go through and check everybody to see what you are doing. So you do the work, just click turn in, and then boom, I see it. Great, great, great.
Let's go to shoutouts. Couple shoutouts today to first one, Jackson. Jackson built this. Defend the Elemental Temple. I don't think this is a free build Friday because knowing Jackson, this is probably a daily build. He got done with all of his schoolwork and built this, or took a break and built this, but this is awesome. It's got the minifigures there, a huge temple. Awesome. I might have to include that. I might have to make a meme out of that for you guys. Let me write that down so I can remember to work on that. So another shout out is I had Sam, Bridger, and Damari send in names for the creation. So I think I'm going to do a poll and then pick my favorite 3 or 4 and have everybody vote on the creation. So right here, name the creation. But awesome for sending that in. That shows that you guys watched the video, you saw that, drop some names in the comments. So great. Morgan did say that I should shout out myself. I feel kind of weird shouting out myself. But guys, I just enjoy making these videos. I hope you guys are learning. I'm learning as I'm making them, whether it's with video editing or just with robotics. I really enjoy it and hope you guys do as well. So let's move on to our meme for the day. It comes from Alan and it's great because not only is it a meme, but it has the coronavirus in it and a robot. Shout out to you, Alan, for sending that meme in. It says person with coronavirus and has them coughing. And then it also has drones with medicine. I'm about to end this man's whole career. Probably thinking maybe the doctor, delivery man, something like that is going to end their career because a robot's going to take over. I don't ever think robots will fully take over. I think they will always be there to assist us and to replace some of the mundane tasks that we do. But this is awesome, delivering medicine during this time. So good job. Let's move on to our question. So I don't know if I would call this a question or not. It's more like, hey, Mr. Taylor, can you do this? But Ella sent in this. It said, I want to see you do the test to see if the robot can launch a golf ball into a cup using the change and compare thingy, sir. And if you guys know Ella, she always says, sir. So I love that. It's almost like I'm in the classroom with you, Ella. So you want to see the robot with the change and compare thingy fling a golf ball into a cup. So let's see if I can figure that out. I'm going to use the same exact code that I used during the test yesterday. So if you don't remember that, check it out in the other video, or you know what, I'll screenshot it. So, Ella, I was able to use that program to make the creation launch a golf ball into the cup. Now, what I didn't show you guys is probably the 20-30 times I kept trying just to figure it out and test to see where I needed to position it. I didn't, and each time I had to make sure that this thing was down to give it the resistance to fling it. I had to make sure everything was tight. The wheels were all tight, lined up straight. The cup was there exactly right. But then once I got it, I was able to do it, I think like 10 times or so, just in a row, just so accurate. So that just goes with any program. You got to test it. You got to make your changes and adjustments. That's what robotics is all about. That's what coding and programs all about. You won't get it on that first time, and it's okay. So let's head to our daily feature. It's a good one. So today's daily feature is going to continue with the ultrasonic, but I have a fun task that I'm going to program it to do. So I'm going to be using our creation that I can't wait to see what the names are going to be. But as you can see, is I changed on the creation. Instead of having the ultrasonic facing forward, I now have it facing to the side, because what I am going to program is I'm going to have this ultrasonic sensor control the robot to follow a wall. Now, I'm going to show you in the code. It's very, very simple code using a loop and a switch, which we've been doing all week. But it's going to give the values of to stay within a certain amount of inches. And if it goes out, it's going to have it turn back to there. So let's take a look at the code, and then I've got some fun tests set up for it. Let's get coding this wall following robot. The first thing I'm going to do is I want a loop so that it will repeat unlimited, and then I want a switch, and we've been using a switch all week long. Now I'm going to ultrasonic compare distance in inches, and I'm going to change this to a greater than, and let's just say 5 inches. So what that means is if the ultrasonic sensor sees something greater than 5 inches, it's going to do what I tell it to do up here, which I'm just going to put in a steering block, turn it on, and then down here I'm going to use another steering block and turn it on as well. Now what I want it to do is if it's greater than 5 inches, I'm going to want it to slightly turn away. I don't want it to bump into the wall, so I want it to slightly turn away. And if it gets too far than 5 inches, I want it to turn back. So I'm going to do a negative. Now it's important with these angles because you don't want it to be making such a sharp turn that it's going to move the ultrasonic sensor away from the wall. And another thing that is pretty important is the speed. If it goes too fast, then it's going to try to cut some corners. So here's our code. I have a loop with the switch set up that if it is greater than 5 inches, it's going to turn away from it. But then if it gets away from it and it's more than 5 inches away, it is going to turn back to it. So it should stay in. Let's go test this out. So there you have it. And unfortunately, I think there's something wrong with the drone. Riyadh might have gotten a hold of it. So I'm gonna have to repair it, see what I can do, because one of the first takes when I was attempting that, she came after me, and got to it before I could get to her. So I will try to fix that, but I just switch out, put the smaller tires on, and then let me turn this around, and then lower this and put it closer. And it was able to detect the wall as it went along. And then you could see it went. I had to help it get up because those first attempts, especially with the big tires, it couldn't get up there. So I had to help it get over the threshold. And then it was able to turn and even go around the dog food box. So that's the line following program on using the ultrasonic sensor. You guys are just going to have one question to answer that, and that being, what is a problem the line following program could solve? So just come up with anything. Pegs and pins update before we end this episode. Let me pull it up because I think it's changed a little bit, and final voting will be Wednesday. So if you haven't voted, make sure you vote right now. Right now. Yeah. Pull it up right now and vote. All right, let's see. 102 responses now. And it's looking more and more like the correct name of pens. But there's still one more day to vote. So go vote and we will see. And don't forget the new Google form. Name the creation. I'm going to go ahead and put the big tires back on here so it can be the real creation. But name that creation. Send in questions, shout outs, memes, all of that, guys. Hope you are doing well. Thinking about maybe trying to do a Google Meet, but we will see. I'll let you all know some more information about that in the coming days. But I will see you guys tomorrow.